Hey, what's going on? This is Ricardo with the Code 7 Podcast Network, and we are about to get started with Open Mic Live. But first, as always, a word from our sponsor.
At InDigital, we know the public safety professionals hold themselves to a high standard. In fact, standard doesn't do it justice. In over 25 years working alongside you, carrying millions of calls over our IP networks, your dedication has inspired us. That's why our ESINet goes beyond industry standards, not only i3 compliant, but designed to adapt to future development for a network you can count on when it matters most. Learn more at indigital.net.
Have you ever met a 911 professional and asked, what's the worst call you've ever taken? Well, here's your answer. I heard your last breath the night you flipped your four-wheeler. I tried to call you the day you committed suicide by driving your car into a tree. Blue face, cold to the touch. I helped you with CPR after you found your infant face down, not breathing. It messed me up. I did everything I could, but it wasn't enough. You were with me from the beginning, Grandma. 27 years later, I took the 911 call when you died. How fitting to be there for me in the beginning, and I was there for you in the end. I miss you, Grandma. I am 911. This is but a glimpse into the world of emergency dispatch. But what is it really like to answer a call during someone's nightmare? What is the impact on the first responder answering the call? From Titletown Publishing, and available on Amazon or where you purchase your favorite books and ebooks. Imagine listening. Your worst day is our everyday.
If Within the Trenches has ever taught you something, open your eyes to what it is like to be a 911 dispatcher, or has inspired you to become one, then help support us and join our Patreon. Get exclusive bonus content, one-of-a-kind swag, discounts on merchandise, ad-free early access to new episodes, and much more. To join, please visit patreon.com/WTT podcast. And if you're an industry partner, we have something for you as well. And now, for the show.
This is Jordan, and you're listening to the Code 7 Podcast Network.
Warning. This episode contains the 3 A's of podcasting: adult content, adult language, and awesomeness. You've been warned.
Dispatch.
There is no one over here to cook our lunch. We are waiting for our lunch, and there's no one here to cook our lunch.
All right, calm down. Where are you at?
The group home. Now, what are you going to do?
We'll get some help over there for you, okay?
Welcome to Open Mic, where we visit the lighter side of dispatch, because laughing is good medicine. Yo, what is going on? Welcome to Open Mic Live, and this is the very first Open Mic Live for the new year. Happy New Year. Happy 2024. My name is Ricardo Martinez, and I am very happy to be here with all of you this evening. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, man. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. There's a lot of weird shit going on in the world right now. So we're going to get to some of that here in just a moment. But as always, this live broadcast is sponsored by InDigital, a leader in next-gen core services. And a big shout out, as always, to subscribers of the podcast, whether it be on Facebook, on Patreon, or on Circle. I wouldn't be able to do everything I do if it wasn't for all of you. So thank you so very much. Woo! There's a lot of stuff going on, man. There's been a lot of things going on. But as always as well, with Open Mic Live, let's check in with each other. How is the first week of the new year going for you? We've gotten a lot of shit done this week. A lot of meetings, a lot of good stuff that is coming up from Within the Trenches Media, the podcast, classes, all types of stuff. And I can't wait to share it with you. So, what are your numbers at? I'm coming in at like an 8. I'd say about an 8. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing, and where are you watching from? Jason, hello. What is going on? Good evening, everyone. He says, checking in at a 7, tired and ready for days off. Yep. I bet a lot of folks can agree. Oh, my buddy Joe Serio, what's going on, brother? Coming in at an 8. Jason also says, winter finally found Montana. Bro, yeah, over out here in Indiana, it's same. It's finally snowing, man. Finally snowing. Stuff going. Not enough snow to go and sled. Like, my kids are a little pissed because they want to sled, man. And I got my Donkey Kong t-shirt on. My goddaughter was with us for Christmas, and that's one of the presents she got me was a Donkey Kong t-shirt. I love it. Thank you very much. So yeah, it's cold outside, and it was snowing pretty much the whole day, but not enough for all of it to stay. So hopefully we get some more. We've got some crazy storms that are coming in. Joe, I know where you're at. You are in the south. And he says it's a brutal 65 here. Man, I would love some 65 weather. I'd be out there in t-shirt and shorts. That is perfect. Perfect is more like 72. I would think. For me, that is in this area. 72, very nice. Very nice. I like that. Very quick. Episode 525 went out, and that was an open mic live episode. That was the part 2 to episode 524. And that was from the Imagine listening session that I did out in Arkansas for their conference. Excellent episode. And then 525, we're going to be listening to a few of those stories. If you haven't listened to the episode, make sure to do so. But I'm going to be playing some of those calls here as well. Some of them I thought, like, there were 2 stories that I had to cut out. And I tell people all the time, when we do the open mic live portion of it, not all of the stories are going to make the episode. Why? Well, because some of those stories are just simply meant for us in that moment in time. So that's why. But it's still, wow. There's a lot of excellent stories on there. And again, we're going to get to those here in just a moment. Episode 526 will be coming out for patrons, for subscribers rather, the podcast probably tomorrow in the late afternoon, and then it'll go publicly a few days later. So trying to play catch up with a bunch of different things. I've got a long list of guests already for 2024, and I am super excited for that. And also everything that's going on with the community over in Circle. Been trying to stick to that and just post a bunch of different things that are going on. And then we are going to be doing community events over there, which is basically like a version of the Dispatchers Roundtable, except it'll be held right there in Circle. All of the advertisements for it, however, will be put out there. People will know where it's going to be, where they can watch, all that good stuff. So keep an eye out for that. We've got all of that coming up as well. And then some cool stuff that happened. I finally got a chance to reveal something that I had been teasing for a few weeks. Okay. I'd been teasing this for a few weeks, and I'm going to go ahead and put this up on the screen and share this so that you can see it as well. And a lot of you have probably seen this already, but if not, I'm gonna play it here as well. All right, now I just need to switch over some audio stuff. All right, so you should be able to hear this once I hit play. If someone can just throw in the comments that you can hear it, I would appreciate it, because this new system that I have here, still getting used to it. So the audio should go through. Here we go.
It is a new day for 911 professionals. They have gone from the most important person you will never see to the most vital piece of public safety. Truth be told, they always have been. The curtain has been pulled back, and they are sharing their stories. Welcome to Imagine Listening. Your worst day is Our Everyday by Ricardo Martinez II and narrated by myself, Ricardo Martinez II, and distributed by Beacon Audio Books. Copyright 2023. That's right, everyone. Finally, I can let everyone know the rumors are true. Imagine Listening, Your Worst Day is Our Everyday is now available as an audiobook on Audible, and it's a long time coming. Very excited. Not a lot of authors get the opportunity to voice their own book, but I had the honor and privilege to do so. So thank you to Beacon Audio Books, as well as my publisher, Titled Town Publishing, for everything, but especially all of you for making the I Am 911 movement, as well as Imagine Listening, what it is today. I appreciate you all more than you know. So go ahead, head out, stream it, download it, however you consume your audiobooks. Imagine Listening is now available.
Oh, yeah, there it is. That is what I have. Excuse me. That's what I've been teasing for the past few weeks. I had put something out there, just all it said. It was just one graphic with a solid color on there saying the rumors are true, and just put it out there to just leave it to the imagination of what anyone might think I'm talking about. Because if you know me, I love a good teaser. I love telling a story, whether it be in just one picture, audio clip, whatever, video clip, whatever, it doesn't matter, that leaves you thinking, what is he talking about? What is he talking about? That is what keeps folks coming back. That's why when you are binge watching a show, when you're binge watching a show and you get to the end, you're like, for real. You got to watch the next one, man. That's how you build it. That's how you get all of that out there. So I started like that with the graphic. That's all it said. Besides, what else would I have been talking about? I mean, you have no idea. No idea what it was, which was what I was going for. And it was awesome because I was getting messages from people like, dude, what are you talking about? The funny thing is, one of the pictures, one of the other images that I ended up putting out there, it was it was an image of me. It's actually me reading, and I have I still have the book sitting here. I have in the one image, which I don't have here at the moment, it's on my phone, so I can't switch it that fast. But it's me sitting here reading the book. And what I did was I photoshopped the book out in another image, and I put a quote from the book in the spot where the book was. And I put it up there, but in the upper left-hand corner, I put a QR code and a little rabbit that was running away. And when I posted the image, I didn't post a quote from the book, the caption. What I did was I posted a lyric from one of my favorite songs, White Rabbit by Jefferson Airplane. Now, if you know the song, those are hints right there. Follow the white rabbit. Think of the Matrix. Follow the white rabbit. And if you went to that QR code, I actually created something on my website. There was a picture of me sitting next to this microphone that's right here, and me just smiling into the camera, and the caption just says, "You are close." It was fun. There was a couple people who did see it, and they were like, "Dude, what is this?" It was a lot of fun to do. But I thought, how am I gonna, like, where do I go from this? So I thought, I'm just gonna make a video and put it out there. Instead of waiting to go live on open mic or whatever, I'm just gonna create it in a video and put it out there so that people know. So when it came up for the audiobook, um, it was I wasn't gonna be the one voicing it in the beginning, and I had come to terms with it because the way a lot of this stuff works, not a lot of authors get a chance to voice their own book. Someone else does it. So, things were going on, and I thought, "You know what? I'm gonna talk to the publisher again," and, we had, meetings or whichever, and I was given the opportunity to do it. And I had been holding on to the information. I was like, "Oh, when am I gonna put it out there? How am I gonna put it out there?" So I just started teasing it. I got a hold of my publisher and was like, "Can I tease this? Like, can I do something?" And, so I had done that and everything, and it's not the easiest thing to do voiceover shit because you're reading through it, but you want to put yourself into each one of those stories, but also, reading with that feeling and emotion that comes with these powerful stories. And I did it. Again, it wasn't an easy task. I did a couple versions, and the last version that I did, because when you're reading it, you might mess up, you might, bite your lip while you're talking or whatever, or you have a moment where you have to take a moment because the story is so hard to read, in the sense that it's just that powerful. There's just that much emotion in it that you need a moment. So when I went back through and was editing and doing all of that, I mean, it was a hard thing to do, but damn it, it was worth it. I loved every moment of it, and I'm gonna be doing more voiceover work. So I'm very excited about that. But um, Imagine Listening is available now on Audible or wherever you get your not your ebooks, your audiobooks, and I'm the voice for the book, and it came out really well. Um, Loved it. Owen over here says the only voice that should be narrating it is yours. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. And it did. It came out really well. So if you haven't had the chance, um, I think it's like $6 or 6.99, something like that on Audible. And it's about an hour and 22 minutes, I think it is. And when I was done reading it, when I was done editing and everything, man, I was just jazzed. I was energized completely. Um, One of my cousins got a chance to check it out, and I asked her permission first before reading this, but I wanted to share this with all of you before we get into everything else. And this is what she says: "Rich, because my my cousins in my family, they know me as either Rich or Richie. Nobody calls me by my given name, which is Ricardo. So it's either Rich or Richie. And in dispatch, they called me Ricky. So I mean, it's all these variations, right? Either way, my cousin sent me this. She goes, Rich, dude, I bought and read your book and it touched me. But today I put in my earbuds, sat back, closed my eyes, and listened. To hear the stories with emotion coming out of your mouth was powerful. I was brought to tears by both the sad and happy stories. I also felt, for the dispatchers, the impact some of these calls have on them. Keep up the good work." And I just told her, "Thank you so much for that. That really meant a lot to, get that message." And she goes, "It honestly did." She goes, "The title is so fitting, Imagine Listening, because I imagined while I listened, and while I'll never know what it truly feels like or the true impact, it was heartbreaking nonetheless. Thank you for letting me know. I truly enjoyed it." That is awesome, man. So it's out there. Imagine Listening, Your Worst Day is our everyday, is out there as an audiobook on Audible or wherever you get your audiobooks. And again, I had the honor and the privilege to voice the book, and it was amazing. I hope you get a chance to check it out. If anything, just simply go to Amazon and look for the book, click on the Audible button, and just listen to the sample. I think it's like 4.5 minutes worth of sample, and you can check it out there. But again, thank you all for the support, the trust in sharing your stories. And this is just book one in a series of books that are going to come out. Um, for Imagine Listening, highlighting these amazing and powerful stories that need to be told, that people need to read. And they're doing just that. They're imagining listening, a call that you shared, and people understanding. They're learning. And they now know a lot of what it's like. Of course, they won't ever fully know, but they have a good idea. And your stories are changing the landscape of our profession because you have the courage to share them. And people are learning from you, from your stories. So don't ever let anyone tell you or make you feel lower in any way, because you do a job that not many people can do. And I know you know this. And I am proud of every single one of you. Everything I do wouldn't be what it is without all of you. So thank you. I appreciate you more than you know, and keep doing what you do. It has been an awesome couple of weeks, and especially the beginning of the new year. And there's going to be a lot of things coming from Within the Trenches media, just all of it. Daveen, hello. Thank you for being here as well. So congratulations. Thank you for always showing your support for all of us within the trenches. Yes. And thank you for the trust in me to help share these stories. I'm just happy to be able to play a small part in all of this. I love it. I wouldn't change it. This is amazing. Thank you, all of you. Whew. So one of the other things that happened here, I received a package a couple days ago from a friend of mine, Jennifer. Hello. Thank you for the awesome gift. Jennifer's also a former guest out of Florida who was on the podcast, and I got a chance to talk to her after I got a chance to talk to the sheriff of Polk County in Florida, and that is Sheriff Grady Judd. And this is what I got in the package. Hell yeah, dude. This was awesome. Again, Jennifer, thank you so very much. I don't even remember how this happened, but I think maybe I saw some merch or something, and I mentioned it, but I didn't. I just ended up getting a notification from like UPS that I was going to be getting a package. I was like, "What the hell is this? What package am I getting? I haven't ordered anything." And so I'm asking around with my family. They're like, I don't know what it is." And I saw the package and I saw the name. I was like, "Oh, I wonder what it is." And then I open it up and bam, there he there he is. Sheriff Grady Judd. Sir, you are amazing. And Jennifer, so are you. Thank you, all of you. And for everyone out at Polk County Sheriff's Department who just showed me so much love. Thank you so much. This is sitting on my desk next to my my Mega Man that I have here. So very cool stuff. It was awesome to be able to get that. I wanted to share that with all of you because I thought it was funny. The next thing I want to share before we get to like the nuisance calls and the audio and stuff that I was talking to you about, So, and you know what? I'll share this in the comments as well so that you can view it. And I'm sure a lot of you have either read the news story or you have watched the video. And if you have watched the video, damn. Wow. So let me read this really quick. All right. So this happened a few days ago or yesterday. I don't know, something like that. But this happened at a Bass Pro Shop, okay, in Alabama. I'm gonna have to get a hold of my friends over in Alabama and be like, what happened? Like, what the hell is this all about? But here it is. So what it says is a man is in custody and facing multiple charges after stripping down and jumping into a fish tank at the Bass Pro Shops in Leeds, Alabama. The incident happened Thursday night when the suspect crashed his vehicle into a pole. Now, I didn't know that part. Holy shit. Um, crashed his vehicle into a pole in the store's parking lot. Police said he then stripped, ran into the store, and jumped into a fish tank. For real? Dude. The man was taken into custody by Leeds police and transported to an area hospital. While in the police car, he also damaged the back door of the vehicle. Dude, the pole and jumping naked into the pool wasn't enough? You need Leeds police chief Irwin said the suspect's family claimed he was so he's suffering from some 1096 issues. Okay. Well, that makes more sense then, a little bit, I guess, that he was dealing with some things. But it says charges include public lewdness, disorderly conduct, resisting arrest, assault on police, 2 counts of criminal mischief, and 2 counts of reckless endangerment and a partridge in a pear tree. Holy shit. That is a lot of stuff. Now, again, if you go to this article and you end up looking on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram Reels, or whichever to see the video, I'm not going to play it on here. No. Because you can see everything. Well, okay, hold on a minute. Hold on. Let me try that again. You can see everything except for one thing. It's not until you see the still pictures of the officers bringing the suspect out that you see what was missing. If you've ever watched Seinfeld, it's basically that scene where he what's his name? Oh, I can't remember his name. Glasses, shorter dude. Anyway, he ends up going into like his apartment or bedroom or something like that, and his towel drops or something. And the girl that's in there, she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And he's like, "It's cold." Oh, yeah. Anyway, that happened. Is there anybody on here who might have taken that call? What craziness. So much stuff has been happening, and it is only the first week of 2024, dude. Only the first week, and a lot of crazy shit is going on. In the comments, what are some of the other crazy things you've seen? Like, what have you watched on the news, on social media? Any craziness that's been going on? I'll mention one. I won't go deep into it because I don't know. It kind of freaks me out a little bit. But bro, what happened in Miami? Ah, Char. Yes, George Costanza. George, you knew exactly what I was talking about, didn't you? You did. You knew what I was talking about. Emily, what's going on, yo? Hello. Um, what happened in Miami? It started out as just tons of law enforcement response, right? Tons. A fight in the mall with a bunch of teenagers and weapons and whatnot. Or was it? I don't know. I'm just going off of like what I've seen on like Facebook or whatever, because there's a lot of different things that people are posting. Like some people are convinced that there were like UFO sightings and creatures and like all this other stuff. And it's like, huh? And then you see the videos of, the people running and you're like, what are they running from? But then there's a couple other videos like there are people fighting. So who knows what's going on, man? Jason mentions here Alaska Airlines had a door plug come out in a flight. Yes, dude. What? Like I don't what? That happened. They end up grounding like all the flights just in case, which good call. Good call. And then what? I think earlier today there was other stuff going on in other states where there's sightings going on. Crazy. Yeah, dude. Jason says, yeah, plane was brand new. What? The plane was brand new? I don't know. Again, it's the first week of 2024, and it seems like there's all kinds of crazy shit that's going on, not just in Miami, but other states around the United States where people are seeing things. I have no idea. But one interesting case though, and if oh man, if the people are like still around in the sense that I'm able to get a hold of them, like they're close enough or whichever, or just I can get a hold of them in general, I would love to do an episode with them to try to get them on. Because back in what was it, 1992 or 93, something like that, there were UFO sightings all around the county where I lived in at the time and the county north of me. So let's see, I was like 13, maybe 14, something like that during that time. And I have the tapes. I have the 911 calls in my archive of people calling in talking about what they have witnessed. Like I have these. And they're pretty crazy, man. And if you have watched so you know how they rebooted Unsolved Mysteries on Netflix, that is, their second season that they had, I think it was the second season. Yeah, I think it was the second season. It's the first episode, and that is the subject of it, are those UFOs. Now, here's the thing. Way back in the day, during that time, we saw those lights and stuff that they're talking about in that episode. Now, remember Christmas time, I was telling you about when my house got broken into, right? My dad was gone. He was in Texas with his family. And before he came back, that is when we saw those lights and stuff. And then fast forward years and years and years later, and I find these audio tapes on this incident, and I was listening to it, and then of course it ends up being a subject for Unsolved Mysteries. I was like, that's what we saw, man. Like, that's pretty gnarly. But I want to see if I can find some of those folks during that time and get them on to talk about it, because there were calls after calls after calls coming into dispatch about these lights that people were seeing, and just like the formation, how it was going, dude, crazy. But as for what happened in Miami, who knows? I have no idea. For all we know, they're just like switch lights or something, and there were people fighting. I don't know. We'll never know. I have no idea. I do have some friends in Miami, though. I could ask. So moving on from that, let's share some audio. So I want to share some of this audio. It might be a little low, So hopefully you can hear it. If you can't hear it for some reason, just put in the comments. Let me know. And I'll see what I can do, if I can turn it up or something. But I'm going to switch the audio here a little bit. So you should be able to hear the audio that's coming out. All right. Just again, in the comments, just let me know that you can actually hear it. You might have to turn it up. But these are the calls that were shared during that open mic portion of the Imagine Listening session in Arkansas. All right, here we go.
I'm not actually behind the console or the headset, but I'm the 911 coordinator in our county, and I do quality assurance. So I get to listen to all 911 calls that come through our center and basically grade them. And so one night, a call came in. I was listening to it the next day, and I listened to it 2 or 3 times, thinking, "Can this be possibly real?" Because this guy calls not 1 but 2 times to 911, because this is at 1 o'clock in the morning, and this is in rural Arkansas, and most people, it's dead there. Everything closes at 9 o'clock besides Walmart at 11. So there's nothing going on at 1 o'clock in the morning unless it's bad. This guy's driving down this main road in our town, and he sees 2
Thank you, Shar.
dogs on the side of the road that are hung up. He calls 911, and the dispatcher is like, "Well, man, there's not a lot I can do. Well, I seen 2 cops sitting at Walmart, and I figured they could come help me." And he's like, "Well, that's really a natural process, and so we're not gonna really send anybody out there to."
Okay, so really quick, if you didn't catch that, what is going on is the caller ends up saying, or calls in, because there are 2 dogs that are connected. They're locked up. They're stuck together, as this person says. So the call taker's like, there's nothing we can do about that. That's a natural process. All right, here we go.
Take care of that. You just need to leave them alone and go out. Well, 20 minutes or so goes by, and he calls back. He goes, "I got them unhung. I'm sitting on the side of the road petting them." So, and they're like, "Okay." So anyway, I'm not sure, but people call 911 for anything, and that's one of our stories.
Thank you. He got him unstuck. Oh my Lord. I can't even imagine. Can you imagine being the person who probably put that on YouTube or TikTok or something? Okay, so really quick. These 2 dogs are mating, and this person has never seen that before. The way they were locked up together, stuck together, and this person gets them unstuck and is just sitting on the side of the road petting the both of them. Okay. So here's a question. Have any of you taken a call like that where they end up assisting the dogs afterwards and are like, "We got them pulled apart"? I don't think I have. I don't remember ever having anything like that, but dude, like, okay. All right. So here's the next one. And there are a few of these in here where you're going to be like, yeah. Because I know I was. And some of my responses as well is just like, what? Are you kidding me? Okay, here we go.
Partner and I work day shift, and we start at 7 a.m. So it's rush hour traffic and all that good stuff. And we had a main highway that ran through town. And we started getting calls on a lady that was described as toothless, with headlamps on her head, and County stickers on her car, which everybody knows what it is. It's kind of rural and known for their meth use. And she was throwing dildos at people driving down the road. Our community is also a retirement community, so it's a lot of elderly people. And one of the callers was an elderly lady, and she was laughing as she was reporting it, but then she says, my partner almost died, she almost hit the floor. She says, so that's the biggest dildo I've ever seen in my life, and it even has balls. It's stuck on my windshield. And she had to turn her windshield wipers on to get it off. And I got to dispatch my officers to go look for dildos up and down the highway. We didn't find any.
Oh, wow. Okay, so there's every time I've done this session in different conferences, there's always a first, and that one is one of the firsts.
I've done this for 25 years. I've never ever taken a call like that in my life.
Whoa, this is a drive-by donging. That's crazy. That's freaking nuts. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. We've got some over there, and we've got one here as well. Oh my Lord. Okay. I can't even imagine that situation, man. Someone is throwing them at cars as they're passing by. What Devine says, I would not want to put the ATL out on that. Can you imagine? Oh man. Wow. Yeah, how would you put that out? I know you're thinking about it. Any one of you out there right now, I know you're thinking about it. Central to all stations and units on the east side of the county. Be advised, you got a caller on the line advising that they have a subject who I can't even do it. Oh. Oh, Char, you put it out. Okay. All right, hold on. Let me read it that way. Central to all stations and units. Prepare to copy BOL. Continue with BOL. East side units, the city of whatever. All units, you're looking for large, anatomically correct marital aids. Caller advised one is large enough that it has a coin sack and it is currently stuck on her windshield. Central's clear at 21:45. Oh, that's horrible. Oh man, I'm sorry. Whew. That is hilarious right there. Like when this person is saying, I'm pretty sure that when this person was telling this story, my jaw was dropped. Like seriously, because I could just imagine this person in their vehicle with this big old wiener stuck on their windshield, and they're like, I don't know what to do. Yeah, Emily, exactly. Yeah, an officer would come back and say, "Doop, Central, I'm sorry. Can you repeat? What are we looking for again?" Doop. You heard me. You heard me correct. You are looking for what? How did you put it? Large, anatomically correct marital aids. And then Central to all units. Prepare for a BOL. Oh, man. Oh, jeez. Yep. That's if I was the one putting out the, wait, do they have serial numbers? Oh, this is going this is crazy. Oh. But if I was the one, yes, if I was the one who was doing the BOL, I would have to do it that way. I would have to do it with the Barry White. I'd have to go a little lower in the octave. Be advised, you'll be looking for anatomically correct but large marital aids. Currently, the caller advised that there is one stuck on the windshield. Central's clear at 2148. Boom, boom. What the fuck? Oh, man. Wow. Let's see. Jason says, ultimately, I would probably call the officer's duty phone and chat on MDT. Probably, because you'd be like, I don't know how else to say this. Like, you're looking for fake wieners. This person apparently has a bag like Mary Poppins and is just throwing them all over the place. They're popping. Devine says, sounds like a good training call. You're right. Caller advise that they are currently trying to get it off with her wiper blades. Damn it, Char. I wasn't paying attention to the way it was written. And I read it just like that. I'm sure you saw it in my eyes when I was like, oh, damn. Oh, my God. It is super hot in here. Man, I hope you guys are having fun. This has been fun. Char's like, gotcha. You did get me. See, okay, Char. When I was in dispatch, that is what I was notorious for, was not reading the BOLs and just giving them out. That's what that would have been right there. Oh my God. Jason says, how many shades of red can we make Ricardo go? Apparently 50. Oh, wow. Let's see. Earl over here says, had an officer one time that was searching around a mobile home in the dark for unknown items, and he picked up what he thought was a Mr. Microphone and was singing into it, and later discovered it was a battery operated vibrator. Shocking. That has the moment has lived with him ever since. That is amazing. Wow. Y'all broke me. There's still more to talk about. Oh, wow. I love you guys. That's what's so much fun about this. Just sharing calls, even if it's like personal stories or whichever. This is what makes this fun. Oh man, my face hurts from laughing so much. Shar, thank you. That was amazing. That was awesome. Oh god. All right. I'm gonna play the next one.
Stories to tell, and I'm telling one of them because I worked with the person that one of the stories happened with. But there was one day, me and this other dispatcher were working, and we had a dispatcher that had just been cut loose, and we heard Hot Springs 911, and all of a sudden, the next phrase out of her mouth said, "You have a what on your porch? A monkey?" Me and the other coworker, our necks just about broke, and you could hear the wind from us turning and looking at her. And this woman was like, "Yes." And he's sitting in my chair, and I want him gone. Well, we were like, okay. And so I said, we knew that a facility that had animals wasn't that far from our house, and we knew that they had just gotten a baboon. And I said, "Is it a real monkey or is it a baboon?" She yelled loud enough to where I could hear her go, "I know the difference between a MF monkey and a MF baboon, and this is a monkey. Get someone here now." And the officer drove up, and luckily we got to see pictures. And
Okay, really quick, before I play the last part of this, at this moment, and I think a lot of us who were in the room as well, were sure that this was going to be not true, that they were going to get that, but this wasn't going to be true at all. That's exactly where I was at. Here we go.
we took pictures, and she had taken french fries, pizza, and orange slices out to him, and he was sitting in her chair still and had his leg crossed and just eating.
It was real?
Yes. The second story is the other coworker that I was working with had an employee with one of our stores in town call and say that a man needed him to call 911 for him because he needed some help. So as my coworker, he wasn't on the same shift with me at the time, but he was talking to the employee, and he says, "Hey, ask him his name." I promise, without missing a beat, that man said, "D's nuts."
Go ahead, sir.
So this one happened. I was probably on the job.
Okay. That shit was true. There was actually a monkey there, legs crossed and all, eating the orange slices and all the other stuff that was there. It ended up being true. Like I said, in the moment, I was sure it was going to end up being something where it wasn't real, but it was real. That's why, no matter what call comes in, you always treat it as like priority one, as a real call, a straight up call, no matter how ridiculous it sounds, because there was a monkey. There was a monkey. Let's see over here. It says, I had a semantics discussion with an officer about how you put in a violation report. Someone left a dildo in a residence earlier this week. I was ready for this discussion. And it says, I had a marital aid discussion with an officer this week. He was trying to figure out how to describe it without calling it what it was for a violation report. Oh, that's great. Let's see. Emily says, running an exotic animal rescue Animals come out of nowhere. Yeah, dude, that's what it sounds like for sure, especially with this one. All right. Um, dang, we're already 55 minutes in. Are you serious? It does not even feel like we've been here an hour. It does not. That is crazy. But again, this is how much fun we have together. I love doing open mic with all of you. This is so much fun. Also, I hope your numbers have gone up from where they were from when we first started. I'm way above a 10 already. Again, I can't believe it's already going to be an hour. This is nuts. Um, let's see. Emily says sugar gliders have climb up a person's leg outside on their driveway. They aren't native to Georgia. Another one where it showed up in a person's bathroom. What? Just out of nowhere? Like, hey, how's it going? That's crazy. Jason says last summer we had a bear in town and had it what? Like a pursuit because we were trying to get it. Oh, see, that's crazy stuff too. I saw a video earlier today. I think it's an older video too, but either way, crazy, crazy. There's a girl, I don't know if you've watched it before, but there's a girl who is snowboarding, okay? And she's taking video. It looks like maybe she has a like a selfie stick type thing, but it has a GoPro on it. And she's snowboarding down a hill, just doing her thing. And if you look in back of the video, you can see a bear running after her. And according to the video, she had no idea until she got home that was even happening behind her. Can you imagine? Can you imagine going out on your own just to leisurely snowboard? Just, have some fun, relax, shoot some video for some, content or whatever, and you get home to review the footage and you're like, oh my God, I almost died. There was a bear chasing me the whole time. Dude, hell no. Emily says, I think I've seen that one. Wild. Yes, dude. Like I said, it's an older one. I think it's from a year or two ago. But either way, that is craziness right there. Devine says our livestock would occasionally lose pigs. And I always love putting out attempt to locate on pigs. Oh, wait, stupid talk to text, pudding, not. No, oh, I knew what you meant. I read it, but I knew what you meant. Well, you know what? Really quick, that reminds me, one of the open mic sessions that I did, part of an Imagine Listening session at a conference about maybe 2 years ago, 1 or 2 years ago, something like that. There was a person. Actually, I think it was more than that. I'm pretty sure this one was in Wisconsin. Either way, the person says that they end up getting a phone call, right? They get a phone call, comes in, and the person says, yeah, I just wanted to let you know there's a pig in the middle of the road at such and such location. And we're like, okay, where's this story going? It's just an animal in the road or whatever. And what ends up happening is they put it out over the air. So anybody who's going by there, they can be on the lookout. Well, one of their officers immediately keys up and says, Central, there are no, he said something like, I am in that intersection right now. I am the only one here. And everyone's laughing, but we're like, oh, that's messed up. Funny story, but messed up. Freaking people, man. Yep, we're about to go over the time here in just a moment. I don't want to play all of this, but hold on, let me see here.
When I first started, it was like my first week in dispatch training. They beat it in my head, always give suspect information, always give.
Okay, hold on. I need to back up here.
Well, get out there.
Hold on.
Week in dispatch training.
sheriff calls in on the radio and he said, "There's no."
Okay. It won't let me get exactly where I was just at. So I'll just set this up really quick. There's 2 calls. You're going to hear the ending of one call, and it's going to go right into a second call. So I'm just going to set up the one that you're hearing the ending from here in just a moment. This person was talking about a, excuse me, they're talking about a medical, okay? They're talking about a medical, and they're going through CPR. Now, these are one of the calls that people share during open mic, and you're like, what part of this is funny? You're going through a CPR thing, but you always got to wait to the end, right? Because something happens. So here's the ending of that.
Body, he's giving CPR to the couch. So that's just a few things that happen.
So this.
Okay, that was the ending. If you want to hear the whole thing, listen to the episode. Episode 525 just came out, but that call, it was a CPR call. And when they got out there, it turned out that the person that the call taker was talking to the whole time, they were doing CPR on the couch, like giving CPR to the couch. Shard, that's what it was. The person was giving CPR to their couch. Compressions to the couch. There was no person there that needed CPR. It was the couch that was getting CPR. I don't know. So here's the last call that I want to play as we go into the wrap up of this episode, which again has been so much fun to do with all of you. Again, thank you for being here. Here we go.
This is something that I did that was stupid. When I first started, it was like my first week in dispatch training. You know, they beat it in my head, always give suspect information, always give weapon description. Always, always, always. And one of the ways that our agency would trip you up is they would put things in the call notes and see if you would read your notes before you actually said it. I'm sure everyone's had a moment. Well, I did. It was a disturbance that I was dispatching, and I gave the suspect information, and as I'm reading the suspect information, I'm looking, trying to scan my thing for the weapon, and without even thinking about it, it just came out of my mouth. Suspect's going to be a white male, such and such description, armed with a burrito. And then I heard myself say that, and I'm like, wait a minute, burrito, what? And so about that time, officer's like, Central, I'm going to need you to describe that burrito to me. And it was in the notes. So I told him it was an XXL frozen burrito of bean and cheese. And he asked, so I told him. And when I came to work the next day, I had a lot of bean burritos.
Yes. Awesome.
That is hilarious right there, because I know that I have done the same thing where I end up where I would put everything in the narrative. Everything. And sometimes people would read it. But I did the same thing. They would do the same thing to me. And this one was one of those. The person read everything that was in the narrative. You got to give out the suspect information. If there's a weapon and there's a description on the weapon, like all of that stuff, you give it to those who are headed that way. Well, the suspect was armed with a burrito. And she says that over the air. Excuse me. So, of course, the officer, or one of the officers that's going out there, ends up asking, can you describe the burrito? And it was in the narrative. So she says, it's an XXL frozen burrito of bean and cheese. Yes. Oh man, that is great. That is one of the best ones, man, that I have heard, and it is so much fun. That's why I love doing that open mic portion with Imagine Listening, because Imagine Listening is it's good, right? The whole thing, the whole hour is a peer support session, but Imagine Listening can be uh pretty intense emotionally, right? And you need that laughter afterwards. So, we get through the emotionally intense part. We share these powerful stories. We're there for each other. We're finding and experiencing, a form of closure through the power of storytelling and healing and such. And then we go over to the funny part, and laughing is good medicine, man. And that's what a lot of these calls are. And that's why I love doing this. So thank you all as well. Emily says, but in her defense, almost anything can be a weapon. Very true. Very true. Including an XXL frozen burrito of bean and cheese. Yeah. Oh, that was great. Well, wait, Michael Keaton lives in my county. What? Dude. I mean, that's pretty badass. For real. That is pretty cool. To have fucking Batman there, that's what I'm talking about. The best Batman too, in my humble opinion. Well, once again, we did not get to those top 10 nuisance calls. Which is fine. We can go over them in detail next week as well. And maybe I'll put it out there on social media for people to read them and then comment on them as well. And we'll have more stories to share. So thank you all. Again, I can't believe we are already over the hour. It didn't even feel like that. That's how much fun we were having. I maybe I was laughing that much. I don't know. But that was great. Let's see. Shar says, "Can you imagine getting smacked with an XXL burrito? That would hurt." Now imagine the medics explaining that MOI to the ER doctors. Exactly. Emily says, "Concussion level, yeah, dude, for real." Yes. Zach says, "I'm in way late, LOL, at work." Yeah, dude, we're already at the end, but thank you for being here, and also congratulations, dude. Congratulations. I don't know. Can I say? Can I say what I'm congratulating you on? Throw it in the comments really quick. See, Jason says, "I added to my comment. My officer got asked by Michael Keaton if he needed help with a cow out." That's great. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, cool. Congratulations, my friend, Zach, for the stork pin. Yes! Proud of you, dude. That is awesome. Very, very cool. Zach is going to be getting a stork pin, and what a moment, dude. Yeah, what a moment. Very, very cool. Emily says, "Congrats. I don't know what for, but congrats." Yes, that is what the congrats is. Let's see. "I appreciate it." It says, "It was a rush." Dude, for real. Exactly. Very well done. Outstanding. And I look forward to seeing any pictures that you end up posting with your stork pin and stuff when you get it. That is excellent. What a way to start 2024, right? With everything going on, and now, you're getting a stork pin as well, and just everything has been awesome. I hope that all of you had a good time tonight, that your numbers are way up there, even if they stayed the same. I'm glad that you were here, because that's what this is all about, and we're all here in support of each other. So thank you all for being here tonight. This was an awesome, awesome time. I had so much fun. Obviously, again, that time went by super fast. As always, this live broadcast is sponsored by InDigital, a leader next gen core services. If you have any comments, questions, or you ever want to be a guest on the flagship show, you can email me at wttpodcast@gmail.com. You can also become a supporter of the podcast. And actually, to do all of that, all you have to do. Oh, hold on. Let me bring this off of here. Okay. Oh, wait. Char says, oh my God, I hope your mom wasn't here for the BOL convos. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Mom, are you in the comments? Have you been watching this whole time? If she doesn't say anything right now, she will most likely send me a text message later. Oh no. Okay. So going back to my outro, now I'm thinking about it. To make it all easier, excuse me, you can simply go. What? Emily says, oh, that's even better. Thanks, yo. Thank you. I love you too. Uh, to find everything a lot easier, you can simply go to links.co/WTT podcast, and that's links with 2 eyes.co/WTT podcast. And you will find everything there. Email, all of my social media, where to follow, the latest episode, where to get the Imagine Listening book, where you can pre-order book 2, where you can find merchandise. And I'm going to be adding a bunch more shirts, a lot more designs. I was designing a bunch of stuff today, and I've got a lot more that's going to be coming up as well. So make sure to look for that. Once again, that is links with 2 eyes.co/WTT podcast. This can be seen on Facebook, YouTube, X, as well as LinkedIn Live. And then you can listen 24/7 on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, your favorite podcasting app, and withinthetrenches.net. And once again, Imagine Listening is now available, the audiobook, on Audible or wherever you get your favorite audiobooks. Have a good night, everyone. Here is to an amazing 2024. We'll see you in the next one.